Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Super Monday Night Combat Commentary. In this gameplay I will be playing Combat Girl because that is one of the only, in order of defenders that I'm good with, it goes Combat Girl, Leo, and support. I don't know what it is, but I can't do well with support. When I play Combat Girl, I can sort of pseudo carry, where as long as my teammates aren't feeding, I can do really well. But when I'm support, for whatever reason, I can't carry, and I just think that it's because Combat Girl's a little bit more mobile. As she moves, she throws out turrets like really fast, so basically she can move like reposition herself much easier than the support can. And also her nuke is, I think, in my opinion, much better. The airstrikes do a lot more damage, especially if you ground zero them, but they're so restricted to the terrain that there's a lot of ceilings that they can get stuck on, which is both a good and bad thing. Like it's a pro and a con that ground zeros don't go through cover. But ground zeros, they still take damage through cover, but I mean the airstrike itself doesn't hit them. But the combat laser I just think is much better, and it's also really good for pushing bot waves, and like if somebody's running away, it's real easy to just hit them with the laser because they'll run in a straight line. And right here, I tell my team to take out Jason Argyle, and I say that because I've played with him before, and he's not very good. He's playing Cypher, who's an incredibly squishy class, and he's not a complete nub, but he's not there yet. He hasn't been playing long enough. He's just not very good. So I let my team know, and I say wreck his face, and what I really mean is like don't be afraid of him because he's not very good. And of course I get some jerk on my team going, oh don't bully him, just being a real sad sap PC jerk. Like, ugh, what a girl. Like what? It's a video game. Like he's not gonna get like just depressed because he did poorly. Now here I'm just being stupid. Why would I do that? Oh, 6 health left, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, don't do what I just did, and that's be a big, stupid, fat idiot. There's no reason to. Now at this point, I only have 100 health, so let's look at the other team. They have a Wascot, so at any point that guy can come on over and just poop all over my head. But he doesn't, I don't believe. He might, I don't know. But right here, I'm very low health, and so I'm like, I'm gonna stand next to this dopey gunner who's deployed right in the middle of the lane. Don't be this guy. And since he's just pumping out armor, I'm like, sure, I'll stand next to him. Deploy, it's reasonable. It's got a buff recently where the armor scales and the guard that blocks headshots, it comes up later, which is an amazing feature. It's definitely where they should have been. Now look at this. Through standing around doing a whole lot of nothing, I've managed to regen all my health and get armor. So good for me for playing against people who aren't good at ganking. Yay me! So yeah, any other situation I would have died. So what you don't want to do as a defender is just run straight at the enemy and then laser and then take 1,000,000 damage. That was just me being stupid, and yeah, just being bad. I'm not, as I said before, I'm incredibly mediocre, as you can tell by my win-loss. If you watch some, right there, I believe the gunner is timing out or just being stupid. No, he was just being stupid because he deployed. Okay, sweet. He's an idiot. Great. And that guy, he pulled a me and decided to go right into my combat laser. And that tank really should have just pooped all over me, but he is not. Yeah, there he starts to come and poop all over me, but I fortify my kitten and he runs away, so. Now I'm doing what a good defender should do, and that's healing my teammates, but I'm also going to drain the health of that guy to regen and to tag it, because bot kills help you level up. Now everybody in the world is right there, and then, that just upset me. No, I was going to continue to combat heal hurt gun them. I was going to combat gun them, because there was 1,000,000 people around me, and I didn't have to aim. But basically I got killed by my teammate because he ejected them, and then the gunner slammed, which killed me, so that's pretty tight. It's one of my 2 deaths in this game. That one, I would say, it wasn't really deserved. I mean, it wasn't undeserved because he hit me with the slam, but I mean, he didn't outplay me or use his incredible knowledge and talent to kill me. He was being dumb, got ejected, and then used his dumbness to, oh, I better slam because I got ejected, and then I died, so. It was kind of my fault for running straight at him too, so it's not bad, but you know, what are you gonna do? Now right here, I'm healing my teammates. That guy's a dope, so he dies. He decided that being low health and hitting the ejector was a good idea. Now here, I'm trying to regen health and tag those bots at the same time. I got my laser up and I completely miss everything. I thought I'll aim at the Fuji bot. I'll hit the Fuji and I'll hit the tank, and it'll be GG and Ori. Right here, everybody's dying. I'm like, no, don't die. So since they're dying, they upgrade offense to maybe heal them faster. But we'll see how that goes. Some of them have questionable tactics to the point where maybe it's not such a good idea to do what they're doing, and that maybe I'm thinking these guys aren't very good, and that healing them is not worth my time. But I clear out that Fuji as I wish to do. Now this Jason Argyle's being a big silly goose, and you see what he was doing? He was in my face when he should have been not doing that. He should have been sniping people up here. No, and then my assault runs straight at them. Now I'm by myself. I'm up here, and I'm doing the best I can. I got juice, and the moment I get grappled, I'm gonna juice and run the shit away. But I knew there's no way we were gonna get that. And I don't know what I'm doing right here. There's like a million people. Oh wait, they haven't got the Annihilator yet. What are they doing? I thought they were just gonna get it, and they didn't. Oh, you know what? I think that warning was that we just lost a turret. But right here, like, I'm not healing anybody because it's only gonna be one person I'll be healing. And like normally I would heal, but like they're all just being kind of dumb, and they're charging, and they're not using cover. Like, they're not trying to just poke from behind the wall and to take out the enemy. They're all just kind of running straight at them and then dying. And then this guy seems to think this is a good idea, what he's doing. Now I back away, and because like their whole team's up there, and so I back away, and I guess maybe I could have stuck around. They had a Spark and a tank up there. The Spark wouldn't have done jack shit, but the tank maybe. But not versus their whole team, so I just sort of abandon it. I get back so I don't get ganked by a commando, and I sort of leave the Spark and the tank to get obliterated. But I mean, you have no idea how often that happens to me, that I just get left to die. Right here, the gunner turns the corner, and I'm like, time to run. It's running time, so I get around the corner. I take the burst damage missile, but I survive. I tap that tank with the laser, and now I'm healing everybody on my team. And now I'm not. Where am I going? I don't know. I'm playing, oh, this guy needs health, so I'm following him. Man, I'm just playing like an idiot. Why? Like, I just left the battle. I left the two enforcers who could have been I could have constantly been healing, in order to just run towards the middle where I had no business going, because I can't lone wolf it as the combat girl. I can attempt to do it, and I can do it very poorly, but now the tank's right behind them. I try to laser to give help, but it doesn't work, and so now I'm like, ugh, don't push that far into their base, jerks. And so I'm not running over there, because what's gonna happen is their whole team is right there. If I run over there, I'm gonna get just pooped on, and I'm not gonna. That tank is being a silly goose, and he has no business just chasing all the way into their base and then not being aware of his flank. I believe I even used the chat and said, "Hey, dude, you need to not be where you are." And he ignored me. And then right there, I helped take out the gunner. Now right here, I should be healing the gunner, but I shoot the gremlin instead, and I let him get the churro. Now right here, you can see I should be healing a lot more than I am. I should be sticking to my teammates, but I'm just not, and that's just me being stupid, because I should be more supportive whenever I'm playing this. But you know what? Sometimes I just like to play like a shithead and act like my combat girl is a very slow commando with no DPS. So, but what you're gonna want to do is be constantly healing, because you're gonna be churning in health, and then especially heal teammates whenever they're attacking people, because if they get a kill, then you get an assist. Right there, I launch a laser and I back away, because I'm not gonna run straight into a firefight. My teammates had no business running straight into that firefight. Just you know, bravehearting it up. And then boom, that huge laser, it hit everything in the world. Now I've got all my combat kitty set up here, so I'm like, I dare you guys to come back over here. And then I fortify, because right as that guy turns a corner, I fortify, and that scrambler's no longer there, so I don't have to worry about it. I throw that kitty there just in case the jerk comes up to buy Regenadol, and since I already have the other Regenadol covered, you know, that's a pretty good tip, is to have some kitties around the Regenodols just to be annoying and to help to take out people who are low health. Right there, I just threw the laser to try to take him out. Now I do an air grapple right there. You see me right there? I was floating on the air, being a cool guy. This guy's thinking it's a good idea to use the combat healer on me. It's pro tip, don't. Yeah, I stole that freaking... Do I get to grapple him again? Nope, he runs away. Oh no, it's a juice wascout. What do? Does he run at me and hit me and just massacre me? No, because he's a baddie, so I get away. That guy had no business not just, you know, lunging at me and spanking me and just slapping the shit out of me, because I would have died way easily, because I'm a dopey combat girl who's just kind of walking around on her own, just doing whatever the hell she wants, so... Oh, that was not to toot my own horn, but that was a brilliant fucking laser right there. I peek right around the corner, just launched right around the corner like a genius. Ugh, I'm gonna toot the shit out of my own horn on that one. Despite the fact that I'm playing really stupidly and selfishly and not helping my teammates at all, that was an amazing laser that did not kill him or do a whole lot of anything. I throw that laser, and then I didn't heal my teammates. I come up here, I fortify, I'm like, chase me, dicks, I dare ya. I have some kittens down there. I throw another kitten up here. I'm like, come up here. We'll just have a nice little party. And this guy, he's shooting my kittens. Don't kill my kittens. And he kills them. I'm like, ugh, now I'm kittenless down there. But that's okay, because there's a big old blackjack. Yeah, blackjack. And the another's coming up soon, so. I start setting up my kitties up here. I figured the ones over by the Regenadol and the one next to the lift are going to be fine. See, this is the gunner being deployed, being silly goose. So I go to stand in his armor aura, and I'm like, yeah, let's do this. Let's see what happens. I predict he's going to run back to his base, and he doesn't. And this guy predicts that he's going to run at me and die, and he's very right. He does exactly that. I mean, that guy he's like Miss Cleo right there. He predicted exactly what he was going to do. So this guy charge in. Now, he doesn't have his charge, and he's juiced, so he's not getting away. He's a dead man. And I would know, because I play tank. Now, right here, I should be healing everybody in the world, and I guess I am. What you want to do is you want to heal your teammates and your kittens. You just want to heal a lot. If there's more than one person around you as combat girl, you're going to want to heal. And even if there's not, maybe you're still going to want to heal. It's really dependent on the situation. But your nail gun really is used for grapples and for whenever you're by yourself or shooting bots, which, I mean, you should never really be by yourself. If you're going to be a smart guy and actually play like the way you should. Right here, these guys aren't very good, so I don't have to worry about it. But you should definitely stick with your teammates and don't do what I'm doing right here, which is I got juice, I can do things. No, you can't. No, like I shouldn't have I'm shooting at this guy and I'm launching lasers, sure, whatever. I hit him because he got the grapple. But what I should be doing right now, I'm gonna start setting up a kitten base. If you're gonna be away from your team, you have to have all of your kittens set up. So basically, anybody comes, you can fortify and run away. And even then, that's not a foolproof strategy, because should bots come, the kittens start shooting the bots instead of the enemies. Now, like, the bots are basically tanking all the damage for the pros, and I'm not getting anywhere, because the kitties aren't shooting any of the enemies. They're just kind of like, oh, I'm going to shoot the robots, because I hate robots, and so it's not foolproof. And that, oh, I was so sad. Jason Argo almost jumped right into my laser like a big dope. I could have easily juiced and killed him, but you know what? If I juice and kill him and then their team just concentrated their fire on me, I would be dead. So basically whenever I play, my goal isn't to just get amazing kills and get an awesome score. It's mostly to die the least amount of times. Because whenever I die a lot, I get kind of pissy. I get whiny and I complain like a little girl. And I'm kind of a dickhead. So if I ever play with me and I'm kind of an asshole, just be like, hey, just like you're being kind of an asshole, and just try to be the bigger man in the situation, and I will more than likely side with you. But if you're being an annoying twat, then I'm definitely just going to be an annoying twat back, so, because I don't have a problem being an annoying twat. It comes pretty easily to me. Now, I see that they notice that what's going on, and they start pushing this way, but then they don't really make a whole lot of progress, so I run away, but then I come back. I launch a laser, trying to maybe seal a deal right there, maybe get a kill. Doesn't work. Right here, I have no business being where I am. They have no business not just pushing me out so easily. All that gunner has to do is come up from above me and then slam and then just gunner the shit out of me. And I'll be decimated. Like, and even then, he wouldn't even have to do that. All you have to do is shoot down at me with his minigun. And I would have to flee, because I don't think my kitties are really going to do a whole lot where they are. And he can also sort of take them out with mortars, and he'll take out all of them at once with a mortar strike from up top. And right here, what am I doing? Why am I running at them? I launch a laser, but I take knockback, so it just that's one thing that really annoys me, is just the laser gets canceled if you take knockback. But I mean, it's fine. I mean, I'm not gonna say it's a bad thing. It's absolutely fine. It's just annoying. That's all. I hurt gun the bots. I get some health, and then I tag them all. Now I see this kitty. I'm like, this is just stupid. So I'm not even gonna aim at it. I'm just gonna hurt gun it. I'm just gonna hurt gun the kitty. It's gonna die, and it doesn't have any health. Oh, then I almost ran into that laser. Somebody thinks it's a cool idea to be a mean Mr. Jerk and kill all my kittens. Don't kill the kittens. Kittens are awesome. And so while they're killing my kittens and taking out my farm, I decide now's a good time to grapple this jerk, even though he has juice and he has shifty shuffle. He lands a nice grapple on me, or a nice, not grapple, but nice crook hook. I'm stunned, but he should have just ran the fuck away. And then I landed a laser on him like a big dope, because I kind of guessed where he was going. He also didn't really make a whole lot of movements. Wascott was not using his lunge properly, and right there the squirrel whatever said, "Those cats are annoying," and I'm like, yes they are. I'm well aware of how annoying the cats are, and I'm demonstrating that right now by being annoyed by her cats. And I'm like, okay, fine, Mrs. I got a billion cats too. You think you're so cool? I'm gonna shoot you, and I'm gonna shoot your stupid bots. But right now we pretty much have a kitten stalemate right here, because we have a bunch of kittens set up, and I don't have the DPS to really take them all out before she can like just start setting them up again. And now this guy gets the smart idea to actually sneak up on me and start hitting me with damage. Now I get missiled, I believe. I get product grenaded, and so that takes out a bunch of my health because I'm a big squishy jerk. I have put zero goddamn points into defense, so I don't even have 2,000 health. Like literally, I would die in like 2 seconds if these guys had any idea what they were doing. But unfortunately for me, they don't. So, and then I'll try to get some competitive gameplay up, even if I don't do very well, where the matches are a lot closer. It's not just me stomping all over people. For the most part, stomping is kind of just an easy way to show like what to do and what not to do. But it's just, it won't work against good players. But like if you're playing good players, it's not gonna matter anyways, because like if you're playing good players, you're going to lose regardless. You know, if you're not as good as them, and if you are as good as them or better, then you already know all of the tips that I can give you, and you're watching this for funsies or just to be interested and entertained. So, and oftentimes maybe you'll learn something you didn't know before, like maybe just a tiny little tidbit of something, and then you go, oh, I didn't know that little tiny tidbit, and then you take that away with you, and you keep it in your pocket, and then you're like, I know that now. I'm trying to think of anything that I remotely might have said that maybe some people weren't aware of to do. I can't. I don't really got a whole lot of nothing. Because any really good players probably knows all the things I know, and then some. And they're also much better aims than me. I'm a fucking terrible aim. I bought Sharpshooter, and that's never happening. I'm never gonna get a gameplay with the Gunslinger, not even remotely. The last games I've played, I've just been like, oh, this is why I don't play Gunslinger or any sort of, you know, sharpshooting character. Because I do incredibly terrible because I can't aim. Those guys are just being big, stupid dopes. Not paying any attention. Now right here, I should be getting the fuck away, but the gunner doesn't seem to know that if you kill me, that my kittens go away. So all he had to do was just stay back and shoot the shit out of me and make me retreat and then take out my kittens. And if he kills me in the retreat, then you know what? All my kittens die anyway. So that's one thing you want to do, is you want to try to force a combat girl out of her kittens. You just want to poke at her, and what you want to do is you want to run straight at her and then murder scream and then kill her instantly. But you're not going to want to actually do that, because that's a bad strategy. Regardless of how much you may want to murder scream kill her, what you're going to want to do is you want to poke at her and get her just keep tapping her, getting low on health, and then force her to leave her safe haven of kitties. And once she's done that, then you can either follow her and pick her off, or you can just take out her kitties and you force her to reposition, which is basically the whole goal anyways. Right there, for whatever reason, I was just mashing laser like a big idiot, and I don't think there was. I just wasn't ready yet. Of course, I take some knockback and it cancels it. So, what am I gonna do? You know. I fortify, and this guy gets slowed, takes 1 billion kitten damage. And I see they have a jackpot, so it's time to go to the other side. I can't stress it enough in this gameplay how little I'm healing and how much more I should have been. Like, I believe my team does incredibly well. Like, the other team, it's pretty even. Like, no, there was no feeders on their team. The other team was pretty mediocre overall. Their gunner was amazing. He had 1 million kills. And I believe he had 22 kills. He had basically, he had his own gameplay, but just losing. Which maybe, I'm so dumb. I said, well, that might be interesting. Maybe I can pull it from his point of view. And I didn't save the demo, so what am I talking about? And even if I did, it's like so many updates ago that, like, if you guys didn't know, demos, you can't use them anymore after an update because they just, it doesn't work with the game anymore. But that'd have been a cool thing if I had thought of it. So, I mean, this is a few updates ago, by the way. If in case you weren't aware, that's why I said that. And right here, he's juicing, and I'm basically just tapping him to force him to stop regenerating health. And then ideally, he won't regenerate the full amount of health, and I can, you know, it'll just force him to retreat in his nice slow retreat and get all the way back to his stupid base because his juice didn't heal him as much as he thought it would. That guy gets bounced, so I launch the laser right as the grapple ends. And that's a good strategy. You want to basically time any powerful burst damage to right as it ends. Same with how you grapple, if you chain grapple. Basically, you want to grapple right before it ends when you're doing a chain grapple. Right when they start to stand up. Because then they'll sort of, like as I said before, it's got multiple activation frames, so they'll stand up into it. You don't want to time it and try to grapple right as they get up, because with latency and all that, they'll jump and they'll get away, and then you look like a dummy in a hot tub. And that's the last thing that you want. Right here, I'm being a big fat idiot, and I'm not, like, my whole team's on the right lane, and what I should be doing is being with them and telling them to spread themselves out. But I'm not doing that because, you know, I'm solo queuing. Why? It doesn't matter. Solo queue, like, this game and solo queue are much different, like, beasts. If you're going to watch my videos and take anything away from it, take away solo queue, basically, like, because teamwork, you're definitely going to want to do callouts. It's just, you play styles incredibly different whenever you're solo queuing and whenever you're actually playing for realsies. Because when you solo queue, it's like, no holds bar, everything goes, just do whatever the fuck you want, and if you're good enough, you can probably pull out on top. But if you play, what happens oftentimes is that it'll be me, and then I'll get a pre-made on my team, and then therefore the enemy will have a pre-made. So now I have to deal with pre-mades, and it becomes a whole different beast. And I don't put 2 and 2 together until it's usually far too late. I'm in the middle of the pack and I'm not doing very well. I'm like, oh, this team is really good and they have a pre-made. I should, like, keep my fucking head out of my ass. Now this guy, oh, Chicky, you dickhead. Oh, Chicky, you glorious bastard. He launches me and he being a jerk, but you know what happens because of his jerkiness? I get a big old gunner kill. Now this guy has to stop buying the fucking Annihilator. I'm not having none of that. Sort of burn. I don't remember. I believe juice stops whenever you grapple somebody. Correct me if I'm wrong, because it seemed to be juice for like 1,000 years right there. But yeah, right there, top of the billboard with 11 kills. I believe at the end of this game I have just infinite bot kills. Because it's all those lasers and all the kitties and stuff just help to tag bots and to take out bots. But then the Wascot's getting yelled at for not being at the Annihilator, and yeah, the Wascot probably should have been at the Annihilator. Like, the Commandos usually don't do too well at the Annihilator. Assassin does better because she can, oh my god, flank the enemy and backstab and kill people, and gank the shit out of people. And Wascot can crook hook anybody buying the Annihilator, and it stops them from buying it because they get stunned, and they're all like, have it season up and just shocking around and doing the herky jerk, whatever, doing like the robot. Just doing the fish stick. If you're a fan of You Look Nice Today, it's a funny podcast. Just Google it. It's funny. I enjoy it. But they do the fish stick right next to the Annihilator button, and then you can go in, and hopefully your team is backing you up and spank the shit out of folks. Right here, I'm just healing my kitties and shooting lasers at the jerk fucking sniper standing still and collecting all the drops because that's how I roll. Nobody's gonna focus on me because I don't know. They're not the smartest clams in the shell. That's a metaphor I made up. Doesn't exist. You know why? Because it doesn't make sense. It's stupid. Now it's tank shooting time. Oh, I put up the shield. Oh, the burst damage isn't enough to kill him. He's got like infinite health. Damn it. Oh well. I bought a jackpot, and jackpots can be both an amazing idea and also a terrible idea at the same time. Now, you know what's a terrible idea? Getting snuck up on by a juice gunner. So, I die. So, yeah, that guy right there, he's good, and he does what a lot of their whole team should have been doing the whole time. You see, that's what happens when you lone wolf it and you play against somebody who pulls their head out of their ass, is that you get decimated. Combat Girl is easily the worst character in the game to lone wolf it with, so don't do it. Don't be me, guys. If I can teach you guys things and entertain, let me teach you with my failure, which it shouldn't be too hard because there's plenty of them. And that is, I'm going to tell you what I'm doing wrong. That's not sticking near my teammates and not healing enough. And that's just because I don't know. Sometimes I just go, let's do it! And I don't really think, wow, I have a bunch of money. What am I doing? Oh, you know what? I'll tell you what I'm doing. I'm buying bots for both lanes. I bought a jackpot for our right lane. See, look, there's no business. We have like really no business winning this. Why did I buy Metabo Lightning? I'm just gonna run at this jackpot. Why am I not buying juice? Why am I doing so many bad things? I have so much money. I should have bought juice and just took out that guy instantly. I bought our own jackpot because why the fudge not? Jackpots are usually a big waste of money, especially in this instance where they push so far into our base, because they're gonna kill him before he can even get out. Hence why it's usually a bad idea. It could be an amazing idea if you push far into their base, because then they're like, oh shit, it's a jackpot, and he's already right there in their base. So they're gonna, and if your teammates are there, then they're gonna have to devote all of their time to taking out that jackpot. And while they're doing that, you can poke at them, you can do damage to them, you can take out turrets, do whatever. And then jackpot is amazing at taking out turrets if you can get them to, to the turrets. Now, I used the ejector so they couldn't use it against our jackpot and also against me as I ran across the goddamn the bridge. I killed the tank and I killed the Swascot, who's got absolutely no awareness of his surroundings. Now, there's this guy. He's going to back straight away in a straight line, and then she's going to down the jackpot with a big old laser. So it was kind of helpful. We pushed all the way back to here, which we really shouldn't have. The tank, this product grenade should have just been shitting all over the jackpot, but he wasn't for whatever reason. And now we've pushed really far on our right lane, so I go back to help push our left lane. And what you're gonna want to do is, whenever you have juice, not pick up the juice pickups. You're gonna, especially if you have teammates around. If you're by yourself, pick them up so your enemies don't get them. Now I'm on the ejector pad. I back off and I buy it so I can go across and help my bots, and so the enemy doesn't get it. Launch a laser, hit some bots, try to hit one of these jerks. I don't hit him. Oh, that guy gets launched. Good for you, tank. Good for you. Anytime I see a tank land a charge, I get a little bit of a chubby. Oh, inappropriate Super Monday Night Combat talk. This guy gets grapple throwed. So right there you can see he jumped away because I didn't grapple fast enough. That's exactly what I was talking about. I launched that laser because, yeah, I thought I would be clever and predict where he was going to go, and I predicted terribly incorrectly. He went the other direction. I figured he'd run straight for his bake like a big dummy, because that's usually what they do. This bouncer's being a real twat. And that's the one thing I really, really like about Gun Mountain, and I'm still working on that gameplay, guys, is that Gun Mountain, none of the bots are fighting in the Annihilator. I love it. So there's no cheap horseshit with bots in the Annihilator, and you have to he just randomly fights. He just picks a team to hate and kills them. This tank pissed me off, made me cancel my laser, so he's not getting away. This guy's not getting away because I hate him. Now, I cancel her laser, and I feel like a real big dildo. But, you know what? All's fair in love and lasers. It's a quote by Mark Twain. I'm just imagining Mark Twain talking about lasers, and it made me laugh. It's like Laser, Tom Sawyer. Laser, Huckleberry Finn. Oh, man. And instead of his partner Jim would be a robot instead of a slave. Because there's lasers involved, so of course you need robots. And, you know, it'll be the future, and in the future there will be no slavery, as is foretold by Zool. Anyways, that's his gameplay. I jump in the ball because that's what I do, and now I make everybody aware that look at me in the ball, and then you can see that Combat Girl butt. Look at that butt. It's all in her ponytails, all flopping around there. And let's look at the scoreboard. It's 15-2-20, 254 bot kills, almost twice twice as much as the next person down, and I had 50% more money than the second place person. See, my team was pretty good. They all went positive. They all killed bots except for the guy at the bottom, but I don't know what class he was and whatever. And yay, finally win Inspire. So that's when I equipped it on my classes, and I was super pumped to get that. And that's this gameplay. I hope you guys enjoy it, and then I'll see you guys next time.